Mm, mm. I, y'all know I'm not a big rapper connoisseur. R&B and funk is more my style. But this is breaking news from what I'm gathering, and I just thought I'd share with y'all. Rapper G2 Genesis has passed away. The hip hop world and southern rap is mourning. He passed away, known for his unique blend of lyricism, authenticity, and passion. G2 has quickly become a household name in the world of hip hop. His music resonated with fans globally, and his untimely death has left a void in the industry. This article pays tribute to his legacy, highlighting his rise to fame, influence on the hip hop culture, and the impact he had on both his fans and his fellow artists. J2 Genesis was more than just a rapper. He was a poet, a storyteller, an innovator. His unique style fused gritty street narratives with introspective lyrics, addressing issues such as mental health, systemic inequality, self empowerment. His influence stretched far beyond his records, shaping a generation of listeners who found solace in his music. G2 Genesis was an integral part of the emerging conscious rap movement, with many of his songs addressing personal struggles and broader society issues. He brought an authenticity to his music, and that made him the voice for the voiceless. And in doing so, he also built a devoted fan base. His tracks like Mind Over Matter and Rise Above became anthems of hope, perseverance, and resilience. His sudden passing has left hip hop community in mourning, with fans flooding social media to express their shock and heartbreak. Before G2 Genesis made waves in mainstream, he was a young man navigating through life's challenges. Born and raised in Houston, and he faced adversity early on, using music as a form of an escape and expression. That never changes, you know. Influenced by legendary artists like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Chance the Rapper, G2 Genesis began writing his own rhymes at the age of 14. His ability to weave intricate stories and capture complex emotions in his lyrics made him stand out, amongst his peers. It wasn't long before G2 Genesis started gaining attention with his mixtapes and local performances. His breakthrough came with the single Zeuston, showcasing his lyrical prowess and emotional depth. Other songs like 202 Freestyle and Q&A further grew his fan base. Hmm. The rise of Genesis was nothing short of meteoric. In just a few weeks, he went from writing rhymes in his high school to trending all over social media. His tracks began to gain traction on streaming platforms, and his Spotify and Apple Music streams began to skyrocket. Further added to his catalog, his 2023 album D&D was another hit release. That album featured the single Changed, featuring Hunch, Huncho, I guess, Huncho. He followed up in January of this year with the album Street Babies. Additionally, his talents landed him a deal with 10K Projects and 94 Sounds. Although new to the industry, his influence was rapidly growing. Although the passing of G2 Genesis is a shock. Genesis is a shock. The cause by gunshot is all too common in music. Throughout different generations, lose an incredible talent to violent actions. Throughout the music, different generations lose incredible talent to violent actions. Let me read that again. Throughout music, different generations lose credible talent to violent actions. Throughout music, different generations lose incredible talent to violent actions. Now, how many can agree with that? I mean, come on, young people. Some artists, God, ooh, in recent years, the amount of deaths within the music industry that was caused by gun violence, continued to increase. And all these companies now, they don't advance the artists too much. Everybody on what, a 60-40 deal or something. So they just make sure they got you heavily insured as an artist. My goodness. Throughout music, different generations lose credible talent to violent actions. That line really bothers me because it's the truth, and I gotta swallow that. In recent years, the amount of deaths within the music industry caused by gun violence continue to increase. Other notable artists who have lost their lives to gun violence include Young Dolph, Nipsey Hussle, P&B Rock, King Von, Pop Smoke, and so many more. Despite the constant reminder of that some artists still find themselves in deadly situations, G2 Genesis, a promising talent, is now a name added to that list. The news of G2 Genesis passing away sent shockwaves through the hip hop world. Fans and fellow artists alike are mourning the loss of a talented individual who left a lasting impression on the game and genre. Social media platforms are still in the early stages of his passing. However, as this news travels, the love his fans have will be seen everywhere. G2 Genesis lived a high risk life, and I wish I could convince these babies that if you live by the sword, you're gonna die by it. I really do, because if he's living a high risk life, they said rappers' lives are just at risk. Well, then why don't you pick up a saxophone? You know what I mean? Rapping between the uh, uh the musicianship of it. Y'all got to change this, baby. Y'all got to change this. Oh my God. Within his music, G2 often expressed statements of violence. Although creating high energetic sounds, fans became familiar with certain negative topics. In addition to his music, his social media displayed different sides of his life. Throughout his videos, different guns and weapons were seen. Lastly, just hours before his passing, he posted a message on Instagram letting fans know that he had been jumped. Furthermore, he recently went viral for bringing his son to a court hearing with him. In the quick video, G2 holds his son as the judge proceeds. G2 eventually, um, G2 did eventually speak about the video, stating that he had no one else to watch him, his son, that is, So he brought him to court with him. His court appearance was for a misdemeanor charge. Well, G2 referred to himself as the king of Houston drill music, claiming that the sound originated in the South. Before his death, G2 Genesis was reportedly working on a new material for a follow-up album. He recently hinted that he was going to potentially collaborate with some of the biggest names in the industry. Among the names he included was Jeezy and Manny Fresh. In addition to his popular singles, he performed on the popular platform The Radar twice. Unfortunately, fans will never be able to experience another unpredictable freestyle from this Houston artist. However, his released music will continue to keep the legacy alive and thriving. In addition to his music, his eye-catching videos help show the world who he is as an artist. The passing of G2 Genesis is a member of a fragility of life. I mean, it reminds you, it is a reminder of the fragility of life and the power of music. His impact on hip hop community is undeniable, and his legacy will continue to inspire future generations of artists. Though his life was tragically cut short, his music and message will live on forever. And aside from this tragic loss, his passing is a reminder of the gun violence plaguing hip hop. With new talent continuing to lose their lives every day. As fans, we remember G2 Genesis not just for his chart topping hits, but for the way he made us feel heard and understood. Rest in peace, G2. You will never be forgotten. Well, that's terrible. Well, like I said, I don't know who he is, but obviously he had an influence on the culture. And, you know, it's sad. Absolutely sad. All right, I didn't know his music, and like I said, this is beyond my scope. But I just want to say, rest in peace. My heart go out to his family. My condolences. The community that he's from. Excuse me. Mm, mm, mm. Wow. The city of Houston just got lost takeoff. Anyway, it's sad, and to see another young man get caught up in this self hatred game. It really is. So if you like what you hear, please like, subscribe, and share. And if you knew who G2 Genesis was, if you would like to leave a comment, I would appreciate it because I really don't know. Like and share the video, and I'll see you in the next one.